So I felt like getting in quick with my little Smash predictions and hot takes video before E3 comes and spoils all our fun. So yeah, I put together this little list here. It's kind of fun to think about, all your favorite characters getting into Smash, like Sans and Ridley. Yeah, I don't have anything that's that outlandish on my list, but I think it'll probably be stuff that everybody can sort of, get behind. So basically, I've got this list here. I separated it into 4 categories. We got new mechanics, and we're just going to get into it. The first one that I got on my list here is focus on couch co-op, because the Switch has this really unique way of playing. It's got these 2 controller things, the Joy-Cons that you can separate, and you can give one to your little brother or toss them at your, aunt or whatever. It's kind of like a really unique way of playing that we really haven't had since like the Famicom. And so I'm thinking they're going to focus on couch co-op. I think that with this Smash, they're going to have more of a focus on like 1v1s. Maybe they're going to be a little more Final Destination-y. And to drive this point home, I'm thinking they're probably going to remove the online play. And I know you're probably thinking that would be a bad idea, what with the Switch paid subscription service and all that. But I got to tell you, I have another prediction, which is that Nintendo's going to release Bus Simulator 18 with NetPlay on the Switch. You can play Bus Simulator 18 on the go. You can play Bus Simulator 18 on a bus. You can play Bus Simulator... Okay, this is fucked. You can play it portably on a bus with someone else who's on a bus. This is new shit. The next thing on the list is going to be tripping. I've had ideas about tripping for a while. It always struck me as weird that it's just this thing that's either in the game or not in the game. And I thought, like, why not just strike this middle balance and have toggleable tripping? You've had toggleable items since, like, I think Smash 64. You could just do toggleable tripping, on or off, whatever. Turn on tripping percentage chance. You could have a match where everybody's tripping 100% of the time. So yeah, I'm going to say as a prediction, I'm going to say tripping, turn it on or off. Some people like it. Some people want to trip, so turn it on or off. Just like with items. Now the other side of the coin is there's not going to be toggleable items. They're just going to be on. If you had items that you could turn off, like that would just, and tripping, that would just be too complicated. You got a lot of kids playing the game. You really got to think about the children here, and Nintendo thinks about the children. That's their main focus. Next up, we got a prediction for all the characters who have like gun arms. Like Samus or like Mega Man or whatever. And Nintendo's going to be probably very conscious of the whole, the recent epidemic that's going on in the United States, if you know what I'm talking about. In places like Parkland, they're not going to really want to poke that bear. Like, they're a very socially conscious company, Nintendo. They're going to have all of the characters with, gun arms. They're going to lay down their arms. And they're just going to learn to sort of, figure out their problems through communication. I think really, ultimately, this is going to deliver a powerful message home to the NRA and to the hearts of Americans everywhere. The next part of my list here is, thanks to the versatility of the Switch, this is kind of similar to the couch co-op thing I said before. I'm thinking that because of the Switch and because of its ability to sort of, you can take it outside with you, you can turn it upside down, throw it as a frisbee for your dog to catch, give it to your wife while she's fucking your best friend. And it's really, now I think that Nintendo is going to really realize that they have the ability, the unique ability, to deliver to us the Smash experience that we have always wanted, that they have always wanted to deliver to us, but which they have not been able to. But now they have the technology. And what I'm predicting here is just going to be the most revolutionary thing. Exclusive portrait mode. That's right, portrait mode. You can hold the thing like this, and then you can play it like it's an arcade game. It would be amazing. It would be a brand new way of playing Smash. You'd have vertical stages, and also 16-player matches. And also, that's not online. It's just couch co-op. If you got 16 friends, that's probably a pretty good deal. I don't know how it would work with the portrait mode, because it'd be a little small, but, don't worry about it. And the last entry on my list here is, this is inspired by, modern games, a lot of stuff like Fortnite and Overwatch and things like that. I'm going to say only Mario and Final Destination are going to be available by default. All the other characters are going to be unlockable over the course of time, 20 to 40 hours or so. Maybe you could purchase them with Smash points, which would be purchasable with real money, of course. I think it would really breathe some new life into the competitive scene if you had to really pay for the characters that you really wanted. It would really restrict certain characters to only those who really, really deserve them and can pay Nintendo. So that's it for the new mechanics, basically. Not too much to really, trip over. No pun intended. Next category is characters returning, or returning characters. And this is just a basic area for characters who have either been cut before, or maybe there's been some question that they might not come back. And I just want to, put aside any questions. These are a few of my predictions for characters that are definitely going to make it in. And so first entry on the list, we got my boy Ice Climber. Just Popo though. Nana died. Complications, childbirth. It was not good. But Popo's back, man, and he doesn't have the hammer or any of the other moves, but he has a new move set based on the stages of grief and alcoholism, and sometimes beating his kids out of resentment that they lived and his wife didn't. But actually, aren't Nana and Popo brother and sister? Anyway, next up, we're going to get Bayonetta back. Don't worry, Bayonetta fans. You're going to continue to be represented. This time, it's going to be Kamiya in costume. It's probably going to make more people happy that way. We're also going to see Cloud again, everybody's favorite, the biggest character ever announced, short of Goku. This time, he's going to be designed based on this version, where he was retarded in a wheelchair. Bold move, but I think it'll really tug at some heartstrings and hawks. My boy Sea-Falk, Captain Falcon, he's back. Of course he's back. People were talking about Captain Falcon back before 4 came out, like it was some question that Captain Falcon wouldn't be back. I wanna lay all your fears to rest, okay? Sea-Falk, my boy, he's coming back, okay? And this time I'm thinking, no, he's going to have kind of a different moveset, because we're 5 games in here, and, they're going to probably want to mix up the movesets a little bit. You don't want things to get old and stale. So I'm expecting a new moveset based entirely on the Blue Falcon. Never leaves the car. Kind of like Wario's bike or the Sonic Spin Dash. Something really useful like that. Ow, my knee. Pac-Man is going to be back. Big third-party character. Everybody loved Pac-Man in the last game. In this game, however, he's going to be designed based on the cartoon where he turns into a meme. That's real. That happened. And lastly, Pichu. Okay, the next category is new characters. And for the first one here, bit of a banger, bit of a question. I don't know. People are probably going to have some comments about this one. Controversial character. I'm going to go bold. I'm going to say Ridley? Yeah, Dark Souls character, but not Chosen Undead or Solaire or whatever. Instead, I'm thinking because, it's Nintendo. They have a bit more of like a family-friendly kind of silly, fun image. I'm going to say we're going to go with Patches. We're going to get Patches for Smash. Next up, we got a classic character from the N64 days, long requested for Smash. From the golden era of 3D platformers. He's been owned by Microsoft for a long time. But they're giving him up. They're playing some ball. They're giving Nintendo a little bit of the action. We're gonna get Young Conquer and Smash, everybody. We did it! We did it! Congratulations, we did it! This looks really odd. This hurts my hand, actually. Next up, we got Mango. Literally just a mango. Next up, we got a Castlevania character. It's been long requested for a long time. Simon Belmont, maybe Trevor, whatever. I'm calling it. I'm going to say Konami's going to be bros. They've been a little weird for the last few years with the Pachinko and the PT and the whole Kojima thing, but I'm going to say they're going to be bros. We're going to get a Castlevania character. Simon Belmont is coming to Smash. Next up, continuing the Konami train, we got another classic Konami character. This time it's going to be a Gradius ship. It's going to be a ship, and it flies, and it's a ship. And it's kind of like the Blue Falcon, but it flies. And the next character is Mallow from Twilight Princess. That's it, that's all it says. And next up, we got the Penguin from Mario 64. We need to include Barney. We got Tony Hawk. He could probably beat people over the head with a skateboard. That'd be pretty cool. He could have, like, individual, like, all of his tilt moves are, like, moves that you can do on the skate, like a melon and a tail grab. That was a joke entry, but now I want Tony Hawk for Smash. Next up, we've got Chrono. That's not a joke. Chrono. Put in Chrono. We want Chrono. I'm not playing around here, Square. This has been long enough. Give us Chrono. Come on. You fucking canceled that fan game like 25 years ago or however long ago it was. It's time to give us Chrono in Smash, okay? Thank you. Alright? Alright? Okay, thanks. Okay, thanks. Next, we're going to have a classic character, often requested over the last few years from the game Super Mario RPG. I think a lot of you know who I'm talking about. That's right, guys. I'm predicting it. It's finally time. Toad is going to be in Smash. Okay, now a lot of people talk about Pokemon, which new Pokemon is going to be added, and I don't really follow Pokemon, and I think there's a lot of people out there who also don't really follow Pokemon. So I came up with a good option that I think is going to make everybody pretty happy. Instead of having like a bunch of different Pokemon, we're just going to have Pikachu. And then we're just going to have Pikachu versions of all of the characters in the game. Like, how could you can have a little Pikachu running around with a Mario hat? It's going to be, come on. Yeah, you got no soul. You got no soul if you don't like that. And lastly, Sig Mario. Yep. The last category here, small category. We're almost done. I don't have that many ideas. I have a tiny little peanut brain. Pokefloats HD, obviously. I'm going to leave that up to you to decide whether you would prefer it to be like an updated Pokefloats or just like an HD Pokefloats classic, like really celebrating the Poke. Do we want to have a classic Pokefloats experience, or do we really think that Pokefloats can be like a generational kind of thing that everybody should experience at some point in a different way? Next up, I'm thinking people have been talking a lot about, like, is Nintendo going to represent the indies with Smash? Are we going to have maybe Shovel Knight? Are we going to have, like, Steve from Minecraft or something? I'm going to put all the fears to rest. I'm predicting Fez level. A level based on Fez. It's going to be great. It's going to kind of flip around. Next up, we got a detailed journey inside Bowser's body. Tacit acknowledgement of Vor fetishists. Kind of a weird thing for Nintendo to do, I think, but, it's 2018. You pull it off. So that's it. Those are my predictions. This is just my ideas. Maybe I'm off. Maybe I'm a little bit crazy. I don't know. But if you agree with any of them, leave a comment. Tell me, like if you like, dislike if you don't. Harass my dog, call your priest, and, go fuck yourself. Have a nice day. Ah! Tripping, I had an idea about. It's been like this controversial thing since Brawl, tripping. Got like a hair on my tongue. What the fuck? How did I get an eyelash on my tongue? Oh, God.